my name is Brianna. If you're new here, I am a mama of 2 little ones, Landon who's 2.5 and Presley who's 5 months. And this week on my channel, I'm doing 2 day in the lives. So the video that came out Monday was our weekend routine as a family of 4, if you'd like to see what it looks like when we're both home on the weekends. But today's video is going to be a day in the life when I'm traveling for work. I purposely wanted to juxtapose these two so you got to see what it looks like on the weekends versus a work week when I'm traveling. And I got a little bit overly ambitious and I filmed this my very first work trip away from Presley. So needless to say, it's a little bit emotional. There's a little bit of a rant at the end. But I get the question all the time, what do I do full time? And I'm a managing director of recruitment for Teach for America. I manage a recruitment team on different college campuses who are looking for the top leaders to teach in low-income schools across the country. And I can do a separate video about Teach for America at some point if you would like that. And the team I get to work with at Teach for America is some of the most hardworking, talented folks. 2 of them make a special appearance in this video. You'll see later. And I could not ask for a better job. I am so passionate about the mission. I'm so energized by what I do. I firmly believe every child in this country, regardless of circumstance, deserves an excellent education. So it's really cool to be part of an organization where we all are working towards that common goal and mission. I returned to work after 12 weeks of maternity leave, which if you're afforded 12 weeks in the US, you're pretty privileged. A lot of women actually have to go back way before those 12 weeks. But having to pump, there's a lot of pumping in this video. Sorry if it's boring. And I had a total breastfeeding storage snafu, which is why at the end of this video, I go into a little bit of an emotional rant. Also because leaving my baby for the very first time, that's never easy. It's one of the sacrifices you make as a working mama. And I think it just goes to say overall, like after I edited this video and reflected on it a bit, whether you are a woman or a minority, the hurdles and challenges and struggles that you go through to create a seat at the table for yourself and to make sure your voice is heard can be really, really challenging. So as you watch this video, I'm in no way saying I dislike my job, I choose this life. It's very, very important to me to have this role on top of being a mom and a wife. I want to be a woman in business, but that doesn't mean it's easy, and it definitely means that we need to be here to support each other and empower each other, which is why I make these videos anyways, just so that you do have a window into what this daily life looks like as a mama who's pumping and working and traveling and trying to balance it all and do the very best I can at wearing many different hats. All of that being said, I hope this gives you a bit of a window into what my daily life can look like these days when I'm traveling. And sorry it's a bit boring and you don't actually get to see me in action doing a lot of the work because due to privacy, I just can't record the meetings that we're having with folks on campus and broadcast it out to the world. But at least you can see the time frame and how a general day looks like in the life when I'm traveling for work. I'll stop talking, enjoy the video. That's the pump. Today I'm going to be taking you guys with me and doing a day in the life when I'm traveling and on the road. I have a flight in about 2.5 hours now, so I'm just doing one last pump fast before I leave for the airport, and I'm going to be in Maryland and Washington, D.C. for the next 2 days. Got all my supplies there on the kitchen table, but I'm excited to take you guys along with me. It's like my body knew I'm going to be out of town, so make extra milk for the baby. Okay, so I'm about to zip up my suitcase, but here's what I am wearing for this first day, because I'm gonna have to go right to campus after I pump in the airport when my plane lands. And since I'm going to Maryland, I decided to rock the red color. And I love these shoes. They're my faves. To the airport with a little bit of time to kill, so I'm gonna be doing some work and got some breakfast. Got this really yummy, it's like a bacon, egg, and cheese Gouda sandwich and some passion tea from Starbucks. So far travel has been pretty good. Everything's been on time, which is good for me. The travel gods don't like me sometimes, and I won't like be on delayed flights quite frequently, I feel like. But I'm really happy actually. This Reagan National Airport has a really nice nursing setup. I'll kind of show you guys. So they've got multiple plugs, so I even have like my phone charging there. And this little wall thing for your pump to sit on, and I put all my pumping stuff in my diaper bag actually, just because it's so much easier to have it on your back. And this is my cooler. One thing I forgot to do though was ask the flight attendant for ice for inside, so I'm gonna have to make like another stop outside here to get some ice to go in there. But look, they even like, I don't know if you can see it, they're even asking for feedback, which is so sweet and thoughtful.
And this is like a nice little rocking chair too. So thank you, Reagan National Airport. I appreciate you thinking of us nursing mamas.
Just one really fast tip in case you are a working mama pumping and traveling. I always put my milk in Ziploc storage bags. I do the same thing even with my kids' clothes, just in case there's a leak or something like that. At least it's like extra contained in this and in the cooler, and then hopefully it doesn't make me all wet or my bag all wet if something happens in transit. And I do that with like the ice pack that's in there too. So everything gets put into a little Ziploc bag to make sure there's no leaks. Mom hack. Here's my Uber. I'm going to be going inside and having a bunch of meetings with my team and students here at the University of Maryland. So I won't be able to film just because of privacy, but I will check in with you guys when I have to pump in a little bit. In the lactating nursing mother's room. Come on in for a tour. No, but it's really nice that campuses do create these spaces, especially for mamas going to school here or just faculty members working here. It's nice that actually it has a sink in it too. Ideal. And one other storage hack for breast milk, I always put my cooler inside another just like plastic grocery bag just to keep everything nice and clean in my bag so that there isn't like water or condensation anywhere. And we just had to walk across campus to give a presentation, and I'm sweating so bad. I need a shower, and we have to go to this dinner event that we're having tonight, and I'm like, oh my god, I smell disgusting. But I'm gonna call Landon and Presley right now and check in and see how they're doing, because I know if I don't call them now, they'll be asleep by the time the event's over, so I have to call them now before we go.
Hello.
Hi, how are my babies?
Hi.
Hi, baby.
You got a car.
You got a car? Did you wave to mommy on the plane?
He followed you?
Landon, where did mommy go today? On an airplane.
And a jet plane. And I went to Washington. But I got the baby cool in the background. What did you say?
University of Maryland.
University? Did you say that? I miss you, Mama.
Oh, I miss you, baby. I know, me too. I love you.
Okay. You didn't sleep too good last night, I guess, Grandma.
I know, that stinker. Yeah, mommy's pumping for you, Presley. I miss you, Presley. Mama loves you, sweet girl. Sleep good tonight, okay? And mommy's gonna be home tomorrow night to feed you if you wake up during the night. But you gotta sleep good for Gigi. You gotta let Gigi get a good night's rest. Oh, I'm happy she smiles when she hears me. I love you, Presley. Oh, she waved. Hi, baby. Bye-bye. I love you guys. Yeah, Adam will pick them up. Oh. All right, love you to pieces. Bye. I miss them so much. And in other news, I think I'm gonna have to dump out everything that I pumped so far today because they wouldn't let me store my milk in a refrigerator here. They said they couldn't store any personal things. So there's no way that my milk sitting on ice all day by the time I finally get to my hotel room, which isn't gonna be till later tonight, will be any good. And I don't wanna take the risk of giving Presley bad milk, so annoyed. Warning, the content you are about to see is visually disturbing if you're a pumping mama. But I have no choice because I'm not going to feed my baby breast milk that isn't going to be good because of the amount of time it's just been in an iced cooler by the time I get home tomorrow, and it being on an iced cooler all day then too. So I'm left with no choice because nobody would allow me to store my milk in their fridge here today. BS. Like literally I want to vomit right now doing this. There are no words. So we are done with our day on campus today, and I have to introduce you to my lovely team members. So right there is Amy. Hi. Amy is our recruitment associate, and she's so cool. She interned for Teen Vogue, guys. So like fashion, I'm like just so jealous. She got to go to Fashion Week and like wear these really awesome shoes, and we've been sharing stories about it. And then this is Ricardo Silva. Hey. He is our recruitment manager here at UMD. And Ricardo used to play in the NFL, so I've just got like the most baller team ever. I'm the luckiest manager on the planet. And we're gonna go get drinks because it was a really long day and I'm going downstairs, so hopefully I don't fall. Whew, that dinner took a long time. I'm just getting into my hotel room now and it's like 9:30 at night and I have to pump so bad. But I'm so upset because the front desk here at Georgetown University Inn just told me that they will not make any accommodations for my milk to be put into a freezer. So it will be another day's worth of milk now wasted tomorrow. I'm like livid. It's ridiculous. I'm not gonna cry, but it's ridiculous. At least the room is really nice. Despite the fact that they, you know, don't help a nursing mom store the milk for her baby. At least the room is nice. I'm so upset and I really didn't want to end this day in the life on a bad note, but just know any other mama who's out there pumping, traveling for work, away from your little ones, especially away from your little ones when they are this young, where you're still like pumping every 2 to 3 hours. This is just the kind of stuff that can chip away at you, and it's no wonder why, like, you know, people will be like, oh, moms are crazy, or women are so emotional. Like, how can I not be? Like, how am I actually supposed to be like a man in business when I'm having to step away every 2 to 3 hours to nurse for my baby, then get told by a front desk lady, we're not a hotel, we're a conference center, and that's why we can't store your breast milk? Like, what kind of an answer even is that? Like, literally when I said to her, I'm like, this is breast milk for my baby, like for my baby to eat. And she said, I'm sorry, we can't store your milk. And I said, there's never been a hotel before that when I've asked them to do this, who's ever given me a problem. And she said, well, we're not a hotel, we're a conference center. How about we're humans and like I'm trying to feed my little human who's at home? I told myself I wasn't gonna cry and do this. It's been a long day. I've been up since like 5:30. So I get to my flight and get to campus, and it's so amazing. Like, I really do get to work with some phenomenal people. And the dinner I just came from was awesome. And I know it's like, here I am, roller coaster, but this is me, I'm always trying to like look on the bright side and stay positive, because like at the end of the day, it's not gonna be worth me sitting here crying about it, but I'm ticked off. This isn't cool. It's against mom code. Mom karma's coming after you for not actually helping out another mom. And brand. That's how I feel about that. Should I do my typical? If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I feel like I always get requests for day in the life, so I can try to take you along on some other times when I'm traveling, because I have a lot of cool campuses that I get to visit and see. So I hope you like this video. And if you have a friend who's a mama who's traveling for work, I hope that you, after watching this video, let them know what a great job they're doing, because this can just kind of make you feel alone. Like here I am at the end of the night, like alone in my hotel room, missing my babies, missing my husband. I choose this life, and I am very, very proud of all my accomplishments and the work that I do. But give another mama out there who's traveling for work that encouragement, that just like the dudes who show up and, you know, go off to conferences and are incredible in their businesses, us girls, we are just as capable, and we go through so many more challenges and struggles to have a foot in the door and a seat at the table. And we're gonna keep on breaking through that glass ceiling, girls. That's what this is all about. We're not giving up, because I deserve to be paid every much of $1 as a man does for his job, and I can do just as darn well of a job, if not an even better one, after all of the perseverance that this work requires, right? I'm sure you're sick of hearing my pump sound. Bye. So here's a little follow-up to yesterday's. It's a PS to my day in the life. I'm at Georgetown University today, and I have to share with you guys, this is like the craziest nursing mother's room I've ever seen in my life. It's like a labyrinth to get there. But is that not like the craziest little like labyrinth pathway to get to a nursing room?